We are the keepers of the flame, the sacred order. Let the ceremony begin.
On today, Faithful Acolytes, we take a look at this. And no, this is not honey hot honey. It is super duper honey, hot honey. So weird naming convention. I think I might have made a mistake with this. Though you can see it's very reddish, which is not something I could tell when I ordered this. This was, you can see the Amazon label here. This is something I threw on to get some free shipping, and it's not, I think it's meant to be more of a sauce, actually. So here we got pizza, wings, ribs, burgers, salads, ice cream, and fruit. And let's marinate as well. So ingredients-wise, we have honey, cayenne peppers, distilled vinegar, water, salt, garlic powder. So this reads to me like somebody put a Cajun sauce in the honey. And I am really nervous that's what it's going to be. And so there's another one I did not too long ago. Well, depending on when you watch this, but back in 2024 from a company called Hab sauce, and you can check out the honeys and syrups playlist if you're interested in that. And you can see I didn't even get a full bottle of this. This is supposed to be 10 ounces. I don't think we're there. I don't think we got 10 fluid ounces here, but that honey was not gonna work for my usual sandwich, which is peanut butter and honey. I like to have those for breakfast, and no way was that going to work. I did wind up marinating both chicken and pork chops, though, in that honey, and the pork chops were just fantastic. The chicken was okay. The pork chops were really good, though. So that's what I'm really worried that's what I'm going to wind up doing with this. To me, this is, I guess it is kind of looking like a honey. But like honey shouldn't be making that noise. You know what? Maybe, okay, so if this isn't enough, I'll just get another spoon. But you guys can see it there. It does have a honey coloration to it. Very dark honey. Very dark honey vibe to it, I would say. But, see, it looks pretty good. It's very, very thin, though, especially for a honey. So I am nervous. I'm quite worried about this because I'm not sure how that's going to go. Cayenne and honey, I think, do go well together, but all the other stuff in there, I'm just really nervous. So, but I'm not going to be able to figure it out by staring at the spoon, so let's get into it. Definitely isn't quite smelling like a honey, but let's try. Oh. Okay. Oh, this is more of that sort of Cajun. If you had a honey sweetened Cajun sauce, kind of what this was like. This, I'm going to try this on wings. This, I think this would make a fantastic wing sauce. And I have had some wing sauces that were similar to like a buffalo with honey sort of thing. And not a bad combination there. For meats, I think I would even go so far as to say this might be okay on pizzas. I think it's going to be too runny. Wings, definitely. Burgers, and salads. Ribs, I could see it as a glaze for ribs. It's a little bit too thin for burgers and pizza, though, I think. That's kind of the Flavor-wise, it might be okay, but I don't think it's just too runny. Ice cream and fruit. I don't know what ice cream I would want this with, nor fruits particularly. Yeah, actually, let me get another little dose of this. It just seems like this is. It seems weird for me to be eating this without also having some wings. Yeah, so it's like a Cayenne style, Louisiana style, Cajun style hot sauce with honey as a sweetener. Probably a little bit more towards the hot sauce than it is towards the honey. So it's going to be fantastic. I think I'll probably eat, chicken nuggies and stuff. This is probably going to wind up a grill sauce, but, I said I would do it. This is why I got it. We're going to try it with peanut butter and see if peanut butter and honey is going to be the jam here. I think probably no, but... So you can see just how reddish it is. It looks less like honey now. Cayenne peppers, I think, are just they're just fantastic. I think they go really well with honey. I mean, this isn't a bad tasting thing, but I wouldn't call this a honey. I would call this more of a sauce. And but we're gonna try it with peanut butter because because I do like the packaging here as well. I think the packaging is pretty solid. This plastic is thin enough that you can squeeze it and do all that business. So, yeah, we'll see how this is. I don't know if I've ever had... I think I have. I've had a number of spicy peanut butters. None off the top of my head with cayenne, but I'm sure that's been part of some of them.
Oh.
So, cayenne and peanut butter is fine. That vinegar, though, way too much. It is definitely, making me question what I'm eating. Yeah, I think I'm going to throw this in the fridge. Because I do think this is going to make a really good grilling sauce. Not what I bought it for, but... And that's what always makes me wonder. I've done a lot. There's a lot more hot honeys than hot peanut butters. I've done a lot of them. You can check it out in that playlist I was mentioning, if you're interested. But I'm wondering if I'm running out of road at this point. Yeah, maybe I am. Maybe it was just it was fun while it lasted. Or maybe I'll go back to some of the other ones that I liked. Or I'll go to World Foods. And I'll go back to the YS. Raw honey. I don't know. But this one again is one that, so flavor is pretty nice. I have no complaints about the flavor, but Louisiana style Cajun hot sauces are one of my favorite styles, if not my favorite outright. It's one of the few sauces I try to make sure I always keep a bottle in that roll at hand at all times. So I think this one, as far as flavor is, I mean, that part's fine. It's way too loose, though. That's one thing I don't like about this. It is a very, very loose sauce. Oh, sorry, honey. They're calling it extra hot. Not really. I would give it a default 1. So it's nothing heat wise that's too challenging here. It just, I want it for that, and I can't use this for that. So I'm sure it's going to be really good on meats. I am going to try to save this for one of the wing things, because I think it's going to be fantastic on wings. But as far as a hot honey, I think this is about as colossal of a miss as possible. This really should be like, if this is a hot sauce, I think this would do very, very well. I mean, this was like, I want to say it was like 10 or 12 bucks for 10 ounces, or they're calling it 10 ounces. I'm not quite convinced this is actually 10 ounces, but or maybe they're doing it by the pound. It might be by the pound instead of an actual liquid. I don't think this is 10 fluid ounces, but it definitely is more than the usual 5-ounce bottles we get. So I think if they marketed it that way as an actual hot sauce, they would really be onto something, or better yet, as a wing sauce. Because I think that's really where this goes. I understand they want to try to cover as many possible bases as they can. I don't see it working on pizza and burgers. Again, it's just too messy for that. But like salads, ice cream, and fruit, maybe. Ribs and wings, definitely. And I think it's going to be really, really great on chicken tendies as well, which is another place I'm going to be using it. So as far as a product, quite good. As far as a honey, it's a complete miss. This is not a good hot honey. It is, and that's just because it's not a hot honey. This is a product with honey in it. Like I said, it's just way, way too loose, and it just doesn't function as a honey. And it just, like, I think the branding is wrong on this. And should they call it a wing sauce or a hot sauce? I think it's right there. It's really, really pleasant in that setting. Throwing it with this, that's not what I want. And also vinegar and peanut butter, I have discovered today, are not a good combination. So it's always fun to learn things, I guess. But we're going to leave it right there. So this was the Super Duper Honey Hot Honey. Now go forth in peace to serve the flame.